So you still feel playing squash is precious? Is it a gift
precious.
To play? Is it a privilege to play?
Of course, I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be able to play this game at such a level and to be able to compete with such amazing athletes, amazing, players who just push you to your limits and beyond, and they just, they want to eat you alive. I like, when I play Nick or Shourbagi, I like seeing this, how do you say, this spark in their eyes that, we're taking you down. There's something about it which gets you going, which makes you feel that there's a meaning to this world, It's not just it's not just you go out and you have fun and have good food and it's like you're going on about your life. There's something deeper to this, something beyond just being just being beyond just a normal human being. There's something beyond this. This competition thing. It moves a lot inside me, and that gets us back to the thing that I was telling you. I hate talking too much about myself, but since you asked, I have to.
I'm asking.
So you're asking me before about personality on court and off court and everything. So I'm always trying to push my personality on court, which is like being so desperate to win, and just making my best to be to be the best on court. Which can come with a little bit of selfishness because you just want to win and you're just competing so much, and it's your job basically. And I try to totally block this out when I go on court. Once I go on court, off court, I don't want any competition with anyone. I'm totally against this. There's nothing like whoever wants anything.
They can have it first.
They can have it seriously in anything, in the simplest thing, whether it was food, whether it was whatever. It's for me. I'm always trying to push this personality on court, off court. Just take it totally outside of me because you can't have this all over. You can't just be like this all tensed all the time and and thinking all the time and it's exhausting. I tried doing this before and it's just exhausting. It doesn't work. It doesn't work.
Other than taking care of yourself in an increasingly managed fashion,
yes,
and looking at your schedule to maybe even better manage what events you play in a row,
yes,
what will happen over the next 4, 5, 6 years for you? Do you have continued goals? Do you set specific goals? I want to win another 3 World Opens. I want to win another 3 Tournament of Champions, or is it more how you want to feel when you play?
Basically, all I'm thinking about is I just want the tour to be better in general, the PSE tour to be better in general. I want the players to get what they deserve. I want I see us as something really valuable. All the PSA tour and the players themselves, the personalities, the characters. Every player is so much it's different than the other, game style, personality-wise, background. It's just so interesting. It's so interesting, and I think we should just be in totally somewhere else. I'm blessed for what we're having. For me, I don't need anything more. I'm happy with what I have. I have enough money. I have whatever to cover me, to get me my cheat meal. That's what I want. As long as I can have my good cheat meal, I don't care about anything else. But I mean, I think how we are as personalities and as a tour and as a game, we should be somewhere else. I mean, hopefully that happens one day. But you were asking about something now about
whether you have fixed goals,
yes,
for
so the
titles
goals is,
or.
So I just want the whole thing to be better, as in more fair players, more honest players on court. I enjoy playing, certain players on tour. They are very fair and they're very clean and and they're very honest on court, and they still have this realization and that it's a sport at the end of the day. And if you lose, you're not gonna die. You're still a human being. It's nothing. It's nothing that bad.
People have always said that squash defines a person better than any other sport.
Definitely.
You know in 5 minutes what somebody's like if you get into competition with them. You know what they think. You know what space they want to take, what they think, what they grab as their right versus what the ballet can be if you both have a different feel about it.
Definitely. And that's maybe one of the things that I love squash about, that I love about squash so much, because it touches part of my personality, because I'm intrigued in people's personalities, and I like knowing about how is this person, like how is he, what's he all about.
How do they react under pressure? Or
yes,
what?
so yeah, like your real personality comes out under pressure, basically.
Right.
And you're either honest, you're fair, you're human, you're not human, you're civil, you're not civil. You know, you can control yourself, you still talk in a good way with the other player, with the referees, with the crowd. And I believe the referees, must hate us because we give them such a hard time, and they're doing a great job, I know, and they're trying their best.
Well, let's see how your tartare is.
Yes, let's see, it looks good. I want to make sure that, I do what I love, and I bring out my best squash for the people who love watching me too. Because that's one of the main reasons I play, and one of the reasons I want to win, because no idea how, the rush I get, and how much it motivates me when I see the people, talking to me on the phone and send me text messaging, and they're like, how happy they were, and how much they enjoyed seeing me play or seeing my matches, and talking about like this shot or that shot, and even on social media, the people are like, they're amazing, like, they're just the squash enthusiasts around the world. They love the game so much, and they just want to share, they just want to share this love with other squash players, and with the world, basically. And yeah, it's beautiful to see that, and that's something I believe we should expand in as well, like the social media, the reach out, the global reach out for the squad. There should be more ads. There should be more, like features about the player, like clips and videos.
We've got to get you into mainstream magazines. You have to be in publications that people read and see Federer in or see other athletes in. And
I totally understand that the squash market is still fairly smaller than other markets, but I just need someone to see the right potential in it, and to see there is a breakthrough for everything. Just needs just someone to see the breakthrough. And if I wasn't a professional squash player, I would have been dedicated to do that, but that's not my job now.
Do you think critics of the game, and I say that word in a positive way, believe that you play the game, you hold your racket, you stroke the ball differently, yes. that you approach the ball in your own way that's unique, and maybe everybody else does, but you kind of separated yourself by having a talent between what you're thinking and making contact with the ball. Did you ever feel as a kid that there were coaches saying, "Oh, don't hit the ball that way," like don't hold the racket that way? And what do you tell your kids today? When I see someone not playing, not actually hitting the ball the way it should be, it should come out of the racket, I would tell him, I would tell her, that's the right way, or that's the basic way to do it. I would never tell them to do the way I'm playing or the way someone else is playing. I just tell them the basic, which I know the basic, do that and do this, which is common sense. And I watch them again, and I see if something comes out of that, because a lot of kids would be able to, would do that for like a day or two, a week or two, and then they would go back to their own way. And if they went back to their own way, and they're still hitting the ball as good as it was with the other way, with the basic one, which is maybe the right one, or the right technique, or the more proper technique, I would still go with it. Right.
It's all about the result. It's not like I got a point in my life I was holding the racket like this, like I was doing some very strange stuff, because it was because of I changed a lot of rackets in a short period, and that's very hard to do. Just to keep on changing so much rackets in short periods, and just to adapt, and it was very hard. But I somehow managed, and I still won like World Opens and big tournaments while doing this. And that's how the adaptation comes from. You have to adapt with every certain kind of racket, court, country, everything. So basically, yeah, it's all about the result, and it's nice. It's nice to see someone doing something different than the normal. It grabs more attention. It's more interesting.
Peter Marshall had a two-handed backhand. He got the number 2 in the
amazing.
world.
I love seeing this. Robbie Temple, he plays on he's on the tour as well, and he's a great player. It's very cool the way he plays. It has like there's a swag to it, I guess. So yeah, it's not. I don't believe that it has to be like in a certain way. It just has to be the way. If they can hit a nick, And you know, I can tell them, all right, hold the racket this way, and then just hit a nick. And if they can't hit a nick, and they can hit a nick, if they can hit a nick in a better way with their way, then their way is better than mine.
Yep. No, that makes sense.
But yeah.
So it seems like you're, you know, you've got a nice balance of being here. You talked about going home to Cairo to be with your family a bit, and that's very important.
Definitely.
Your brother's based here, and he, I guess, is having a nice squash practice, a private coaching environment.
Yes.
You know, I can't help but jump ahead and wonder, you know, when you sort of look at no longer having the pressure of playing the tour, you know, what other things would you get into in your life? Like what?
Music, definitely.
In what way would music come in?
Making music.
Can you play?
No, I can't play any instruments. I tried though.
Can you rap?
No.
Come on.
No, I can't rap. I'm not good at that. Rap is not that popular back home for us. I so love the Arabic music. I so love it. I'm so into it, and it's moved me so much. I appreciate all different kinds of music. I love American music. But like what really moves me is the Arabic music. So I would definitely do something with music on the long run, my life. But that's gonna be a side thing with definitely squash. I want to build my own academy. I want to build my own school. It would be so interesting if I got to the point that, you know, I have a real. I mean, I'm getting close to that now. I'm trying to, you know, set a base, you know, in a couple of countries, you know, for my academy. It would be really interesting to have like academies competition one day. You know, we're playing like tournaments, and we can have like an academies competition, or maybe academies tour. Or, you know, you never know.
Maybe your academies could be music and squash. Maybe it doesn't have to be just all squash.
No, but I mean that's something, you know, I'm considering as well, like something I would want to do as a hobby next to squash in the long run. But I'm definitely doing something with squash, because I know so much about this, and I just don't want to, you know, I don't want to drift away from that, because I love it as well, and you know, I know a lot about it. So
yeah,
why not?
One thing I love, Ramy, is down these escalators. Like, this is one place in the world where you see people with squash rackets. Like, they're leaving work here. You know, they work in these office buildings. Probably because of Princeton, Harvard, and Yale clubs that are so close.
The only escalator in the world where you can see.
But it's the only, you know, maybe if you were Waterloo Station, or you were, you know, in a couple of these places in the UK, you'd see squash rackets sticking out of bags.
New York is amazing. They have the most unexpected things in the most unexpected places. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, very not, how do you say it? Very not like uniformed.
Right.
It's not
like spontaneous, or
very spontaneous, not uniform. Like, nothing is like it has to be like this and that. No, everyone does whatever he wants. Everyone can walk with whatever clothes he wants. Everyone can, you know, do whatever he wants. He can hold, like, he can say anything. Can walk around and sing and shout, and no one's gonna look. You know, it's like in the streets.
You mean that they're unique, or people are more individual? They don't follow a herd
I like
mentality.
That. They're more like it's the most individualized people I've ever seen in my life. You know, there's the energy and the vibe, and you know, and they still work hard, and that's what I like. They still work, and they still do, and they still want to be productive, and you know, that's a very nice combination.
Color goes with what emotion?
Okay, that's a great question. So black goes with serious. I recently started like getting into more flashy colors. Like I don't even know the name of the color. It's the yellowish, like the startling yellow.
Okay.
You know,
like the leader jersey for the Tour de France, yellow? Or?
Yes, something like that. And I feel good.